he was able to slay the dragon. But in people in the Cup Series right now, there's nobody that can run with him.
The roar at Sonoma Raceway faded, but the message was crystal clear. Shane Van Gisbergen is now the undisputed road course king of NASCAR. Even veterans admit they can't catch him. And when Denny Hamlin, one of the sport's fiercest competitors, says nobody can run with him, every driver feels a chill. SVG isn't just winning, he's changing how road racing is viewed in the Cup Series. Back-to-back wins at Sonoma and the Chicago Street Course illustrate his dominance. SVG has now led more road course laps than anyone since Cale Yarborough in 1977. On Denny's Actions Detrimental podcast, Hamlin, co-host Jared Allen, and producer Travis Rockhold didn't hold back. They spelled it out. Van Gisbergen isn't just fast, he's redefining what fast means. Hamlin admitted, "The reason I thought that at Sonoma, the advantage would be less is because of the amount of laps experience." He explained, "We understand how to approach the corners to get the most speed out of them, but he, SVG, still invents new ways and has ways of being faster. It's unique. I don't know how or who is going to catch up to him in the near future."
Yeah, the reason I thought that at Sonoma it would be less, the advantage would be less, is because of the reps. We understand how to approach the corners to get the most speed out of them, but he still invents new ways and has ways of being faster. It's unique. It's I don't know how or who's going to catch up to him.
Even under pressure, SVG showed incredible control and pace. In Sonoma, he started from pole, survived multiple restarts, and still managed to dominate the entire race. It was a performance that mixed tactical patience with blinding speed and unshakable confidence. Depending on how many road courses they put on the schedule, Hamlin added, this guy could lead the series and win year after year.
Depending on how many road courses they put on the schedule, this guy could lead the series and wins.
That level of confidence from a competitor speaks volumes. Jared Allen pointed out something that really drives the point home. Drivers like Kyle Larson have thousands of laps at Sonoma, while SVG has only a few hundred. Yet it didn't matter. SVG didn't just keep up. He outclassed them all. Hamlin noted, when he's able to stretch it out, pit, and still come back and win a stage, that's just unbelievably amazing.
When he's able to stretch it out, pit, still come back and win a stage, that's just unbelievably amazing.
And it's not for lack of effort from the rest of the field. Despite teams studying SVG's telemetry and racing data down to the smallest detail, Chase Briscoe admitted Van Gisbergen was still light years better. His lap execution, tire management, and race strategy elevate him to a level no one else seems able to reach. What makes SVG so hard to beat? Hamlin has a theory. What would cause me to be out of control is that my inputs are not as smooth as his, or I'm not approaching it quite the same.
Well, what causes me to be out of control is my inputs are not as smooth as his, or I'm not approaching it quite the same. So
SVG's steering, braking, and throttle inputs are nearly surgical. His finesse behind the wheel lets him push harder without risking stability. It's not just about raw speed, it's about precision, balance, and control over every corner and straightaway. This ability translates directly to the playoffs. Hamlin confidently predicted that SVG could survive the first round easily. With 17 bonus points and a road course-friendly schedule, SVG becomes a serious postseason threat. Hamlin explained further, playoff eliminations usually happen due to major mishaps, mechanical failures, crashes, or simply bad finishes. SVG's consistency and clean driving make those scenarios far less likely. And with the Charlotte Roval, a road course sitting in the second round, SVG has a prime opportunity to advance even deeper. Looking back, SVG's 2023 Chicago debut win was once labeled a fluke, chalked up to damp conditions and his street racing background. But that narrative has now collapsed. Hamlin said it best. You're just trying to come up with all these reasons and justification as to why he won that race versus just, oh, he's just better than everyone else.
And so you're just trying to come up with all these reasons and justification as to why he won that race versus just, Oh, he's just better than everyone else.
That Chicago victory wasn't just a flash in the pan, it was a warning shot. A sign that SVG had arrived and nothing would be the same again. Allen dared to ask the big question. So we're okay with saying he's the best road course racer NASCAR has seen?
So we're okay with saying now he's the best road course racer NASCAR has seen?
Without hesitation, Hamlin replied, "I'm okay with it. I think that it's factual at this point."
I'm okay with it. I think that it's factual at this point.
He pointed out how in previous eras, car advantages skewed the playing field. Now, with spec cars leveling that field, SVG's talent stands alone. No excuses, no advantages, just pure ability. Hamlin also emphasized that SVG's edge isn't small, it's more than 1 or 2 tenths per lap. That kind of consistent gap is rare in modern NASCAR. The numbers speak for themselves. In Mexico, SVG's winning margin was 16 seconds. At Sonoma, 1.128 seconds even with 3 restarts. He's not just winning, he's dominating. Race after race, he adds to the aura that no one else has the tools to break. Still, no driver is perfect. While SVG shines on road courses, his journey on ovals remains a work in progress. With his background in supercars and street circuits, oval-specific skills like drafting, managing dirty air, and racing in packs are still developing. Yet, he's learning quickly. Recent mid-pack finishes show growth. Observers agree, give him another year, and SVG could be dangerous on every type of track. Insiders can't help but compare his rise to past greats. SVG's current run mirrors Hamlin's breakout at Pocono in 2006 when the rookie shocked the field with a pair of wins. Brett Griffin summed it up best. SVG could stink up a flower shop, that's a good thing. In other words, he's so dominant, it doesn't even matter what the conditions are, he'll find a way to win. For Briscoe, racing SVG felt like facing Michael Jordan in his prime. That level of praise isn't given lightly. Even Kyle Larson, the 2021 Cup Series champion, publicly said he can't master SVG's technique. SVG's rise isn't just fast, it's historic. A 3-time Supercars champion, he debuted in NASCAR's Cup Series in 2023 and immediately made an impact winning in Chicago. Now, with 4 wins in just 34 starts, SVG is already the winningest foreign-born driver in NASCAR history. That's elite company. But the climb isn't over. To become a true all-rounder, SVG must master the ovals. Road courses reward control and strategy. Ovals demand instinct, courage in packs, and tire management under long green flag runs. Yet SVG has shown he's up to the task. He listens, learns, and adapts. His humility and willingness to grow only add to his appeal. His dominance is already shifting how teams approach road courses. They know they can't beat him on pace, so they're betting on strategy, tire gambles, aggressive pit windows, and late cautions. Some teams may even start building cars specifically to counter SVG's strengths. That's how disruptive his presence is. The fans are noticing too. Some love the excitement, others worry it's tilting the field too far. But everyone agrees SVG brings drama, unpredictability, and international flair. In a time when NASCAR is pushing for global growth, SVG might be its breakout star. A fearless driver with global pedigree, capable of winning anywhere. Next up, Watkins Glen on August 11th, a fast, technical road course that will again play into SVG's strengths. If he wins there, the SVG era might officially begin, but he'll face a different kind of test before that. July 21st at Dover puts him back on oval turf. He won't be favored, but every lap is a chance to improve and prove his all-round ability. As the season rolls on, one thing is certain. Every race SVG enters is must-watch. If NASCAR road courses had a king, he just claimed his crown. The only question now, can anyone dethrone Shane Van Gisbergen, or are we watching the rise of an era that redefines the sport?